Several of my friends and travel partners have, and I haven't heard any complaints. We've been having a good time. We arrived. We flew in Thursday, and as soon as I landed, literally, I started getting texts and phone calls letting me know what happened with Colton Moore, and wanting to tell me, because a lot of people knew that I was traveling, and they wanted me to know. And so it was hard to get the luggage and get to the hotel and answer everybody. And I haven't answered everybody. Um, but obviously, we got some problems. Yes, yes, I have not. Several people have asked me why I haven't done a written statement. Well, I'm not at my computer and I don't have Canva on my phone, so I couldn't really do a professional looking written statement. But I did immediately that day take time, and in fact, I was in Marjorie Taylor Greene's office when I gave that interview, and that was put on air, and um, on News Channel 12, and I did a live video yesterday from the Capitol, and I addressed this. So I think if everybody's watched those two videos, they clearly know where I stand. But um, in case you haven't, I just want everybody to know that the Walker County Republican Party is united in the astonishment and anger that we feel at what happened to our senator. Guys, you can't, you in America, you can't have someone arrested because you don't like them, and because when they get up in on the House floor to speak, because you don't agree with how they express themselves, you can't perform a personal vendetta and not allow them to do their job. You can't treat them like a second class citizen or a slave or a servant just because you don't like the words coming out of their mouth. You can't do it. This will not stand. This will not stand. I can promise you that. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm letting you know. People are calling me constantly. I have over 100 messages on my phone. We're not going to put up with it. We have been emboldened by the fact that our work paid off in the election of Donald Trump. So we have hope now. We realize that when we fight, and we fight hard and smart, we can win. And Trump is going to be inaugurated in 2 days, a day and a half actually. And I don't know what planet that Speaker Burns is on to think that that was okay. I don't understand. It's like they're in elementary school going hee hee ha ha, you know, and little peer groups and bullying one and getting one over. It's insane. It's insane. It's immature. Um, it's hard to find the words for it, because I don't like to write people off. I don't like to see one thing that they did and say they're evil or this and that. But I'm not sure how a person that elevates, who works really hard, makes friends, and elevates himself to the role of Speaker of the House in the General Assembly in Atlanta under the Gold Dome, and can be capable of being such a little boy in the tactics that he uses. Did he think it through? Did he look any layers in to see the ramifications of this bizarre thing that he did? It's like theater, and yet it's not. It's tyranny. We can laugh at it. I can smile at it, and I can say, "Oh, we'll figure this out." But I'm mad. And I'm not mad because Colton Moore is a perfect person. I'm not mad because he's, someone I worship and you can't question him. No, I'm angry and defiant at a government who abuses their power to perform and to serve a personal and vendetta. It's insane. I don't know who his advisors are or if they exist or if he just lives in a little bubble of people that love him and just agree with him. It's called being a yes man. I don't like yes men. I don't think it's healthy or good for our society or anything. You need to be questioned. You need to surround yourself with people that will tell you, what are you thinking? This is a free country. You are literally infringing upon his First Amendment rights. That can get you in jail. That can get you sued. I mean, it doesn't matter. This has honestly nothing to do with Colton. It doesn't. It doesn't. You don't have to like Colton. You don't have to have voted for him. You don't have to agree with what he did. You don't have to. It's okay. You can think it was offensive. You can think he was terrible. You can think all those things. It's okay. I kind of think making somebody wait 10 years to go to court when their child was raped. I kind of think, never allowing a family to get their day in court and get justice for the crimes that were committed against family members. I think that's pretty abhorrent, and I think that's pretty uncomfortable, and I think that's pretty rude and inconsiderate. And I'm more considerate to those people than I would be the family member of someone who did those kind of things. And it was brushed under the rug because he had power and influence and he used it. And that is all that I have heard about them. But you know what? He's not here to defend himself. But, but we can still say those things because they're actual facts. They're documented facts. And and the fact that so many in the state legislature don't have the courage to say, guys, okay, maybe his timing wasn't comfortable for us, but we all knew it was true. I've heard that from so many people, but I don't even know that I would have said that in that circumstance. But he did it, and it was hard to do. I mean, can you imagine something that's going to make everybody in the building hate you? That takes a lot of guts. It really does. It wasn't a memorial. They were taking a vote. They were pretending to take a vote, but they weren't really taking a vote, because when you take a vote, you allow people to speak their mind, and usually it's pretty heated. Uh, I'm not real sure why you would think it was okay to just brush all those things that he clearly did under the rug and honor him in such a way. I don't understand that. Um, I don't understand it, and I don't understand, if they hate Colton so much, why did they do this and make him a martyr and elevate him and have him arrested like Trump? I mean, they're not using their noggins, Roy. And because I I haven't had one call from one person that said they thought that was a good thing. I have seen some seriously misguided people in my party. I've seen a couple that I kind of expected to have the reaction that they did. They're so eaten up with jealousy for Colton. They just can't stand him, and they're not looking at the facts. They're not looking at he was arrested for disagreeing and saying something that the Speaker of the House didn't like. He was barred from that place, the place that he has to go to do what we hired him to do for us. They ostracized and alienated and disconnected almost 200,000 Georgians, and I'm really not sure why. I'm not real. I don't understand why anybody would choose to do that. He should have been. He was getting Colton back, but in the process, he was condemning his own career, and his future. And I don't understand why. I'm not. I'm not going to ease everybody's mind and say, oh, it's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay. Um, when you let things like this slide, when you let freedom disappear, it's a slippery slope. We saw it when Obama was in office. Um, you know, uh, Same-sex marriage. It slipped right into just really quickly into Sodom and Gomorrah. Ask your kids if they're a boy or girl. Let boys compete in girls' sports. Think of the ramifications for your actions. You let a boy in a girls' sport, all the girls that work hard are are doomed to fail. They can't compete against a boy in physical sports. It's not the way God made it. They can't have a baby, and we're not going to beat them in arm wrestling. You know, and so you let one. My point in saying that is, you let one thing go. You let one abuse of power, one punch in the face to freedom go, and it's a slippery slope. So we're emboldened by Trump being elected. We are brave. Our courage has paid off. So we're going to be even more courageous. Um, we are not going to be like them. We're going to do things the right way. I just want everybody to know that the Walker County Republican Party is working in cahoots, in close connection with other county parties, with districts, with other people in the party. Our first thing on our agenda has got to be, we have got to demand that these charges be completely dropped and Colton Moore be exonerated of the crime he didn't commit. And that's the first thing that we need to do. I've heard a lot of people, oh, we got to sue Speaker Burns, we got to do this, we got to do that. Let's be organized and let's be smart and not stupid like he was, and the other people that supported that stupid action. And I say stupid because I've tried to be a forgiving person. I try to not just condemn people to, but we both know that it's tyranny. It's tyranny. But people there are people that just are so, I think they're jealous of Colton. They don't like him, and they're just going hee hee ha ha, look at that. And I don't understand the intelligence of that kind of decision making, because I don't have to agree with Colton to know what they did to Colton was against the law and against our Constitution. And it's like a banana republic, and we're supposed to be better than that. But when I ran for office, I was saying, we're the people there are yes people. Nobody is calling him. You want to know why they're not calling Speaker Burns? Because Speaker Burns will punish them if they speak up against them. And punishment means we will pay money, we will fund an opponent to run against you. You won't have your job anymore. I hope so. And we've got to get courageous, strong people in our state legislature. You know, in all fairness, probably a lot of House members don't agree. They probably are upset with Colton for saying what he did when he said it. They probably more of them agree with what he said than than we're aware of, and probably a lot of them disagree with what Speaker Burns did, but they just don't want to. They don't want to hurt their own position within the party. So, can you hear me? Okay, Roy, I'm gonna have to go. Our car is about to be outside, and I've got to get my coat. Kathleen, but have faith. Everybody in the house is not evil. I'm going to find some people that agree with us. We're going to fix this. This is not going to stand. We've got to get the charges dropped. We've got to exonerate Colton, and we have to deal with Speaker Burns after that. But we're on it, and we're going to need your help. Just stay tuned. But we're going to do things in the right order. We're going to be smart. So if anybody has any questions, they can reach out to me. They can reach out to you, because we talk.
Okay, as you can see, folks, I didn't want to do a live stream with Jackie from being so far from DC, because I had a fear that the connection would interrupt, and once it interrupted, it just causes all kinds of chaos on this end. But we want to just thank Jackie Harling for coming on, releasing the statement. We got exactly what we needed to get, and we look forward. I want everybody out there to keep that fire in your belly, because after inauguration and once Trump gets in office and things start rolling, obviously, as you no doubt know what I'm going to say, we've got some troubled winds ahead. We've got things that'll be coming at us, but you keep that fire in your belly, because we got a lot of work to do and a lot of grouping up to get to. And you heard her. We're going to need all the help that we can get to move forward with this and make sure that nothing like this ever happens again, especially in a Republican-led legislation, which is absolutely shameful. Continue to pray for all Donald Trump, the new administration. Continue to pray for everybody that's in D.C. and around this country. Let's pray that everybody is safe and has a great, wonderful day. The inauguration goes off without a hitch. Everything works out great, and that is our prayers to protect Donald Trump as he takes his office, and we start the process to fix this broken system that we are currently in. So that's it for now, you guys. I appreciate everything. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, and just keep supporting me, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
The legislature legalized unverifiable voting in 2000.
Like you said, to Trump, but they're getting booty.
He said, go out there and rob these houses and bring back the bounty, and then that'll pay your way.
Because Republicans who get endorsement from Georgia carry that they mean anything.
You can't sit on the sidelines any longer. You must get involved in the game. This is your sign.